Hey, what is happening everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be unboxing and checking out the Tevo Tornado 3D printer. Now, some of you might be asking, where are these CR10 videos? Well, let me tell you. Some of you probably already know, but I've been having problems, and I'm still having problems with the glass beds. They're all warped, whether it's the enlarged version, the mini, or the regular standard, and the upgraded version, they all have warped beds. And it's driving me crazy, and I really love these CR10s, but that is just the biggest issue with these things. They come in, they have warped bed, and you gotta try to figure out something to work with. But really, I'm sick of them. I'm gonna put them off for another day. But today, we have the Tevo Tornado, and hopefully, according to what they claim on the website, that they have a guaranteed flat bed. So, sounds good to me. I don't know about you guys, but let's go ahead and unbox this thing. So this thing is kind of similar to the first gen CR10 in terms of the Z-axis. It's got one Z-axis motor, and it's pretty much the exact same size as the standard CR10, which is 300 by 300 by 400 height. So you shouldn't be missing out on much, really. Seems like we got a box inside a box for extra protection. So I'm just going to rip this one open here. Alright, so we're already to a good start. We got some black styrofoam, which is nice to see. So that's pretty cool. We could probably use that for future projects. Here we have the plate. Actually, you get kind of a belt tack or belt lock type of thing. So it's pretty much a 3M adhesive. That is pretty interesting, pretty exciting, and I really cannot wait to start using this thing. Put that aside for now. We got a manual right up top here, so it looks to be good. We're going to be taking a look at that in just a bit. So we got a little pouch here. Let's see if we can take it out. Okay, it doesn't seem like it. So inside, we get a short USB-B cable. We got the bone tube right here. We get the side brackets, the screws, the tools, the other side bracket, an SD card, and a couple cables and zip ties, and an extra nozzle. Standard PC plug for this thing. Spatula, which looks to be one of the cheap ones that I really don't like because it's wooden and usually it's rough. I usually end up just sanding them. It's the same one that we saw on the ANET E10, but that's all right. It's just a spatula. And some springs and more screws for the bed itself. Just a whole lot of covers. Now, I believe this should come out easily. Yep, just like that. Cable sleeved and everything. A pretty nice feeling knob, I gotta say. Clicks inside, and rotating it just feels and sounds pretty nice. That is a bit weird. I don't know what that is. And yeah, I don't know what that is either. On the side, we got some screws that are screwed into this thing. Here's the sweet looking Tevo logo on the top. On the side, we got another fan. So that is pretty cool. We got an intake and an exhaust fan built into it. So we got nice airflow. The USB port. And in the back, we got the heated bed, the nozzle, and all the other cables you're going to need to power this thing, as well as the on-off switch and the power connector. And it seems like we got an easy to access fuse plug right here. So if you do end up screwing this thing up or your power going out or something, you can easily replace the fuse right there. All right, so that's the first piece. We're going to take a look at that in just a bit here. We're just going to keep it in the foam for now. And then we got level 2, and that's where you're going to find the rest of the parts, which is the bed as well as the Z-axis. And okay, so that's pretty interesting. It seems like they're actually keeping the test print on the bed itself, which is, I gotta say, nice to see because it's kind of like a proof, and at the same time, it's pretty cool looking because you can actually take this thing out and, I don't know, put it somewhere. Wall mount it, frame it. Not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna keep it for now. We got some padding run under there, so that's pretty nice to see. So they're not just throwing it in there with a bunch of foam. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of protection, and the bed itself is not just floating around. They actually have placed some ties all around the corners here. A quick smoothness test. It's pretty smooth. All right, and here's the heated bed. So that is actually pretty awesome. Check it out. Now, I'm not an expert in 3D printers. I've only had a couple of CR10s and a couple of ANETs. This bed feels absolutely amazing. And the fact that you got this thick padding right here, this thick piece right here, and another layer on top, because the rest of the beds I've seen, they're pretty thin, they're pretty cheap, and this one seems to be like some top-notch quality, I gotta say. And here's the padding right there, and then we got a nice aluminum green piece right here, which again looks pretty awesome. You're not going to see this one much, but I'm actually a big fan of this green and black. Now, something you're going to notice here are a bunch of scratch marks here and there, and most of them have came from the actual testing. It seems like they have actually assembled this whole thing, tested it out, and did the test print right there, and then disassembled it and packaged it up for you. So that's what it seems like the case here. Nice to see that they are testing everything. They are keeping the test piece. And yeah, let's move on to the next piece. And here's the last piece. So again, very straightforward, nothing crazy going on. Very standard layout. This thing is not moving at all, so it's nicely tightened in. No need for adjustments. We have a pre-installed bone and tube. Everything is already zip tied to the thing. Everything here is already zip tied. You just gotta put in a couple of screws and then you're good to go. I don't see any 3D printed parts just yet, which is also pretty cool. Now, here's some pretty interesting stuff. First time seeing this. This is where you put your filament, and it's all made out of plastic and not aluminum, so I don't know how long this will hold up, but it does feel pretty sturdy. And the nice thing is that you can actually see through this transparent top here where your filament is going, I believe. So it should help while inserting your filament and seeing how it's working in there. And we got some kind of gear here that is going to probably push the filament. But yeah, so far so good. It looks pretty nice. I don't know about this piece. We'll see how it holds up in the future once we test it out. But the last thing to actually do here is actually to go ahead and take a look at the manual. So usually you can tell what kind of product it is and how good it is from the manual. And the manual here actually feels pretty nice. We got a hardcover. We got a pretty nice solid hardcover right here. And yeah, the instructions actually look pretty simple and straightforward. Everything nicely explained in English, and tells you how to tune it and all that good stuff. Really nice colored pictures, and even tells you how to prepare your slicing software. This one is suggesting to you the repeater, and it even tells you how to flash the firmware, which is awesome. And the replacement parts, where to get them from Tevo themselves, and after-sale tech support. Really awesome to see. And I think that's actually pretty much it for this video. My camera is running out of battery because I'm using a Sony camera. And here is the SD card. So it's an Elite Pro, some off-brand, but should be good enough. It should have the instructions, a couple test prints. Yeah, that is actually pretty much it for this video. Looks pretty exciting. Really cannot wait to get this thing started because I'm really sick of CR10s with their warp beds. And this one looks to be absolutely promising. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the assembly video or the end result, where I just pretty much 3D print stuff. I might make an assembly video, I may not, depending on the difficulty of this thing. If I think I might need one, then I'll actually make it. But otherwise, stay tuned for the video where I'll show you guys some test prints. Check it out. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe for content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.